Hi everybody, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel, and yet another run, our third of Time Stories, the Asylum scenario. Yeah, we have failed twice. We've gotten another chance. Apparently we will just be able to keep on going until we figure this out, or something else specific happens. There's still a couple of unknown failed cards, so there may be still ways we can screw it up besides running out of time. But we are, we are back in the day room. Time is reset. While we're in the day room, we might as well, because we have to be here and we have to spawn here. Oh, right. I should go over what characters I'm using. I'm still using Felix and Ferdinand, our fighters. Marie, our glib one. And now taking Edith Jolibois, our little cannibal girl. Giga. Just because we ran into a lot of fighting. So, I'm trying to put up some fighting. And she's actually pretty well balanced with 2 everything. Alright, so, starting off in the day room again. As we are here, we might as well pick up the key from Plague Doctor Mask guy. So pick that up. We may not actually end up using it, but we might as well. I've got Ferdinand and Edith there. Edith will hold on to it. And the other 2 are over here. We're going to take another look at this painting, because I'm sure it's very important in some way. Yeah, I mean, that's a manticore. Southeast, then clockwise. I think that may have something to do with the pentagrams we keep finding. Maybe once we figure out how they go together, we're meant to start at the southeast corner of the star and work our way clockwise. And yeah, a bunch of pluses with a minus at the end. I'm pretty sure none of these other symbols mean anything. It's like random chemical formula and math equations that we can't even completely see, so I don't think it's important. Just wanted to have another look in case something else leapt out at me, and it hasn't. So the plan, gonna quickly go to the, I want to go to the dormitory. Want to try to gather up as many of the pentagrams while I know where they are. And then we're going to try to get to that location we couldn't quite get to last time and see what we find there. So, over to the map for a quick move. Okay, quickly go to the dormitory because we know that's where one of the pentagrams is. And we got 2 time units, putting us down to 28. And onto the dorm. Okay, back at the dormitory. Everybody's going to gather here to look at the lockers. We're sure not going to deal with the guy who just rages and tries to attack us, and we've already seen out that window. So yes, this is where we are going to try to acquire. Might as well try to clear it all out to make sure we get the pentagram, which is, can't remember if it's 2, 3, or 4. So yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blank shields to get through, but everybody's going to be working on this, so hopefully it will only take the 1 time unit. We're down to 27. Right, we need that, don't we? Okay, actually Ferdinand can't help. He doesn't have dexterity. So, but we are going to start with Marie. She's got 2. Cleared 1 out. Edith also has 2. She's cleared 1 out. Ugh. It's going to take us an extra time unit, isn't it? And Felix Felix actually got 2. That leaves us with 1. So we could stop at the same time, and we would get 2 of the items. It would be very frustrating to not get the last one, because we can't redo this. If we move away, yeah, we don't get to do it again. Shoot, we're going to have to spend one more time unit just to guarantee this. Mary first. Nope. Edith. Alright, we have cleared it out, so we're going to get all 3 of the items from the locker. Don't necessarily need all of them. But we have 2. Right, I want this with us, because we probably need to put this all together and figure it all out. We also get, right, we get a possibly fake ruby and a plunger. There's a place to use the plunger. I'm not sure if it's terribly useful or not. I'm not going to try this particular stage. Alright, back to the map. We are getting out of here. Okay, we are headed to Dr. H's office. Took us 2 time units, 24. We'll set that up. Okay, here we are back in the doctor's office. Our 3 fighters are going to gang up on the doctor. I still think it's a bad idea to let him lead us through. So we'll just set up the combat there. That'll be 3 blank and 1 skull to fight. Marie is actually going to take another look at this picture. Yeah, it matches stuff on all the pentagrams. I'm wondering if maybe just the order from left to right is what matters. So lines, X'd out circle. I think I might just write some of this down. So yeah, we're going to have a look at this. And hopefully that will provide us with some kind of clue. Okay, for moving on, we are going to spend a time unit to have at somebody I'm pretty sure is a horrible cultist. So we are going to fight him. Ferdinand will go first, because if he gets down to 1 or 2 shields, Ferdinand freezes and can't actually do anything to him. 1, 2, 3. He did pretty well there, leaving just 1 skull. That's a counterattack of 1, 2, which will not get through his defense of 4. That's good. Now we'll have, as we did so well there, let's have Edith go. That way we have less of a chance of Felix getting his, his paranoia kick in by rolling blanks during combat. So Edith first. We just need 1 success from her, which we got. Okay. We easily beat him. Right, the fight is over. We've knocked him in the secret passage. There's a shaft. We are going to take this token and item 23, which I believe shows us the new location. Right, we will have to go through the secret passage. Just going to put that on the map up there. We cannot use the doctor's office anymore, so we are going to have to move again. Right, a quick move into the secret passage gives us 2. That's okay if we keep getting the average, as long as we don't get any 3s. Right, that brings us back to this thing again. I remembered how I solved it, fortunately. So we work our way through the secret passage. We will take items 9 and 17. 9 being the reveal of the park location. And 17. Where'd 17 go? Ah, I had that in the wrong spot. I had them in the wrong order. Right, our other pentagram. Well, any one of them can hold on to that. Let's have Marie hold on to them all. Okay, so now we will be moving on to location 9. Yep, we'll move all the way over to the park. 2 time units. We're down to 19. On to the park. Alright, back in the park. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to put absolutely everybody there. I want to put at least one person on location D. Who do I want to put? Actually, I'm going to have Felix. So Felix is orange right now. Right. We're not going to go here quite yet because remember we need the key from the greenhouse to actually move on from there, but we will expose the other 2. This, well, Felix looks at this path again like we did last time, which takes item 11, which will give us access to the greenhouse. There, out of shot. The other 3, this might slow us down some, but I would like to try, I want to see what happens, the guy with the gun, what happens if we just sweet talk him instead of fighting him. I want to see what happens there. Is that, yes, we can see that. So we are going to start, of course, unsurprisingly, with Marie, with a glibness of 3, who can turn anything into a single success. Well, let's go ahead and, yes, glibness check, she can change anything to that. Oops, I forgot to put out the correct tokens. Well, we're going to take away 3, leaving him with a single glibness shield. So we will move on to Edith, who's got 2 glibness. I forgot to spend the time unit. There we go. We're down to 18. All right. Somehow the creepy little cannibal girl really, really sweet talked him. All right. We've reasoned with him, so we're going to see what item 14 is. I would really like to know. This card represents Jules, an ally who accompanies you for the rest of the run. Okay, that's cool. Place 3 skull shields on this card. When the owner of this card fights against an enemy, Jules can help. For each token we discard, the opponent loses 1 of theirs. When all 3 tokens have been used, he can no longer come to our help. Information and rumors. Jules suspects the medical team of practicing sorcery. He's actually right. As proof, he hands you a piece of paper he says he found near the kiosk. Take item 13, which I think we got when we beat him anyway. I think it's the letter. He also claims that for a number of months now, animal cries have been coming out of the grounds every night. Well, as Edith was the one who really scored high there on at the end, yeah, he's going to tag along after her. I'm going to put 3 tokens on his card, so he will make fights easier for us. And we will also take item 13, which I suspect, yes, we have seen this letter in the previous run after we fought him and got his gun. He also had this letter on him. So we don't need to go over all of that again. We'll have, I don't know, Ferdinand. Hold on to that. All right. So, now we are going to nip over to the greenhouse because we need the key to get through there and try to get to that last location. Okay, back in the greenhouse. I want to look at them all. I know there's a big horrible manticore behind here, but when we defeat it, we get, I think it was an emerald, or no, amethyst, that's what it was. I have a horrible feeling we might need these gems. And we're here anyway, even if it's going to spend us, cost us a time unit or two to figure this out, or to get through the combat. Somebody at some point in the game said something about the tears of the manticore. Maybe it's referring to these gems, the fact that we get one from the gems. It sounds nice and metaphorical. But yeah, in the meantime, we've got Marie here. I've got Felix. I know he's one of our fighters, but I still want to look at this. No, wait, you know what? She can just move to it after. Alright, so we got our 3 fighters here. Yeah, it costs us a time unit to get in here, but it's going to cost us, she's going to have to move there. Yeah, we're spending a time unit anyhow. Okay, so Marie is going to look at this, behind the waterfall. She finds item 1, which gives us the last pentagram that I know the location of. So, actually, that means Marie is holding on to all 3 of those bits of paper. That's fine. And these 3 are, yes, going to fight the manticore. So let's get 6 shields going. Yep, 6. Yikes. Going to have Ferdinand go first because, again, he won't be able to attack if it gets too low. And he's got really good defense. He's got defense of 4. So he's going to roll. Oops. Just took the top. Just took the front off of my dice tower. There we go. Can we see the... tiny bit more. There we go. Alright. 3. I'm not going to have Jules go blasting away quite yet. Okay, that was actually not bad. 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Got rid of 3 of those, which leaves 1, 2, 3. We do get a counterattack because he rolled a skull, but it's 4. It's a total of 4, which is not quite enough to get past his defense of 4. So that's excellent. Oh, duh. Keep forgetting. Spending a time unit to do this, during which Marie will move there, actually. So, yeah, let's do Edith next. She got nothing. It's got a counterattack of 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is going to get past her. Darn it. So she's, yeah, got a defense of 2. It's probably too late to use, yeah, it would be kind of cheaty to use Jules at this point after she's rolled. So, yeah, she's going to lose a life point. Damn it. So that leaves Felix. If he doesn't quite finish it off, then we can use Jules. So we're going to roll 3 dice. 1, 2, and 3. All right. However, unfortunately, Felix did roll a blank, so his paranoia kicks in for 1. And that means we pick up item 26. The amethyst. Going to have Felix hold on to it because he also has the ruby. Might as well keep them together. So, that was all the time unit. We don't have to spend a time unit to reveal this now. And yes, this is where we found the body of Professor Desmarteau. Very importantly, he has this key. I wonder if that's important. But yeah, this means we will now be able to, Marie, hold on to that, head back to the park. Back to the park. Really? 1, 2, 3. Took us longer to get back. Oh well. Okay, back to the park, where everybody gathers around here, so we reveal that. Yes, the very evidence of violence, claw marks, torn clothes, dried blood, rather. If we own key 21, which we do, we will take this token, which allows us to, and I think actually, I'm not sure if I've been playing this right or wrong. I think we're actually supposed to spend a time unit to go over here and reveal this. Right. The trapdoor open, do primitive chants. Chanters await you in the room, and yes, we need to fight this thing for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are again in a combat situation. Just going to put those aside. Going to have to spend a point to do so. Black. And okay, again, Ferdinand first. While the enemy is strong and he's got lots of defense. Whoop. Oh dear. Well, we got rid of 2. We get a counterattack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow, that actually gets through Ferdinand's really good defense, so he loses a life point. That's not good. Alright. Edith. Okay, you know what? We're going to have Jules take 1 token away. Hoping there won't be too much more fighting, so there we go. It's back, it's down to 2. She is going to roll 2. Of course, if I leave her as the last one to fight, well, she might actually do it. Yeah, she might get a, if she manages to do this, she'll get a health point back because she's going to eat part of, shoot. Well, at least the counterattack doesn't get through. It's 1 to 2 versus her defense of 2. So that's going to leave Felix, who's got 3. Okay, he finished it off. It's going to give us item 16, which I believe will give us access to under the kiosk. We are running out of time to get through this, and I might still have to solve a stupid puzzle. Onto the map. Okay, quick hop to under the kiosk. That only took 2 at least. We'll set that up. Right, this is the location that you put this up depending on what tokens you got. We'll go back to reading a little bit more now that we've finally caught up to where we were. Right, to the left, half-opened gate. grants you access to a flight of stairs that seems to lead deeper underground. Strong stench of putrefied flesh gives you pause. In the middle, closed gate bars. A closed gate bars your way. That's a verb, not a word, not a noun. Your way to a long corridor. Right, I believe that's the last pentagram that we know the location of. And yes, to the right we have a narrow tunnel winding through the darkness. Well, we're just going to reveal everything and then move on from this location. I seem to recall it's perfectly safe everywhere. Yes, if you decide to take these stairs, 2 outcomes are possible depending on the token. We can head to location 14. But we have to take item 25, which is probably a map. We're going to wait to do that. I'm going to go to this other place because it seems a little more... Oh wait, no. Location 14. Is it on the map anywhere? No, it's not. Huh. Right. Locke, we need a code. To compose the code, follow the instructions of the 5 pentacles. I don't know where that is. I'm hoping that that's in the next room. Which, we reveal this. If your team decides to enter the tunnel, head to location 17. Just a second. No, wait. I got it backwards. Location 17 is the catacomb entrance that we already know of. It's this one that we want to follow. So, as we have this token, we are going to take item 25, which should give us... Yes, it should reveal location 14, the tomb. Just going to add that up there. Yes, now we head off to location 14 on the map. Right, red location. So leaving it, we have to add an extra 2 to the die. So it's going to take us 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down to 4 time units. I mean, we're going to get to keep going regardless. I suspect it's going to cost us points, though. All right, now we're finally going to get to see the tomb. Oh boy, well, isn't that ominous looking? All kinds of horrible figures. And then this, we can't turn over unless we got all 3 of these tokens. We don't have any of them. And looking at my notes, I have no idea where any of these tokens are. I have not run into them in any run yet. So where the heck can they be hiding? I guess they must all be in the... There's only one location left. The catacombs that we haven't gone through. Okay, well, let's see. The stairs burrow into the earth and finally lead to a corridor with a rocky floor. The smell and the ambient humidity makes you nauseous. After a few yards, the tight passage opens into a dark cave. The smell is truly atrocious. In the dim light, you see a few vaguely humanoid shapes moving slowly. Wow, I really don't want to put anybody on their own in any of these spots. So we are only going to look at 2 of the cards to begin with. I'm going to do, Edith and Marie, because Marie has, still has Jules, so she can make fighting a little bit easier. No. I still only have 3 combat total. The other 2 would have 6 combat total. Okay. So Edith and, let's say, Ferdinand. The other 2, check out this part. And let's see. Yep. Oh, look. This is where we're getting. Okay, we have to clear this place out in combat so we can reveal that card. Oh boy. And it's going to be tough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blank ones and two skulls. And yes, we are locked into that position. I suspect this is similar. All players present on space C when this card is first revealed. Uh-oh. What the hell is that? Immediately lose 1 life point. Okay, that'll be Marie and Felix. Okay, they're not dead. We got lucky that I didn't put Ferdinand or Edith here because they only had 1 point each. Oof. Okay, and we still might lose our people. Now, if we do, I'm going to keep this card visible so I can refer to it. Yeah, if the whole party dies, we just lose 7 time units and reintegrate our receptacles. Well, let's put that there so I remember that. All right, who's first? Well, this fight's a lot easier. There's only 3 shields to get through, so let's start with that one. So that's Felix and Marie. Well, Felix first. Of course, if he freaks out, he'll kill Marie. Well, on the other hand, if Marie only rolls 1 die and gets a skull, well, she's dead anyway. Okay, Felix, it is with 3 combat dice. Come on, get 3. No, okay. I got 1. Okay, he didn't roll any blanks, so his paranoia doesn't kick in, but we do get a counter of 1, 2, 3, and 4, which does get past his defense, so he's down. Everybody has a single life point left. Blah. Alright. Well, Marie really needs to roll that, as long as she doesn't roll that. Because if she does roll this, it counterattacks and she's going to be dead. Yep. So, Marie is now down. Oh, and I forgot this is taking up a time unit. I keep forgetting that for fights. All right, over to this duo. Gonna have, right, high defense Ferdinand. Please. Please roll really well with 3 dice. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And no counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent job. Ferdinand. Now, Edith. Do I have Jules take out a couple? I think I have to, otherwise she might die. We've got 2 left. I could take out 2 skulls, or 2 shields, that and that. And if she rolls no, if she rolls a skull, she's still going to die. If she rolls a skull at all, she is going to lose, no matter what. So yeah, let's just roll. Yeah, we'll roll with hers. Good job, Edith. She didn't quite finish it off, but she avoided a counterattack. And, you know, what the heck, let's just, yeah, we're going to spend one of Jules to finish this one off. So that horrible bug beastie thing goes away. We get this token, which will let us get towards that. Okay. Now we have to spend another time unit. These two can come over but not actually contribute to the fight yet because they use the time unit just for travel. And then, all right, I might as well take Marie's thing off of there. So Felix is going to try to finish this thing off with his 3 dice. And he utterly failed. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets past his defense. That was a miserable roll. Means Felix is now down. I'm going to assume his paranoia resets, though. So yeah, that means we now spend another time unit. We're down to 1. Gosh, it's rolling absolutely terrible. And, oh, and Ferdinand can't attack because the enemy is down to 2 shield tokens. So that leaves Edith. Oh, wait a minute. Edith finished it off, didn't? No, Jules finished it off. Okay. All right, Edith is going to roll 2 dice. Please be successful. Yes. Okay. And because of her cannibalism, she chomps down on this 2-headed thing and gets a health point back. So she's at 2, Ferdinand's at 1, everybody else is dead. So that horrible thing goes away, and we grab this token. We're 2/3 of the way there, so we're going to spend another time unit, putting us down to 0, which they spend to move here. Yes, there's a shock. It's another fight. It's not too bad. After you've defeated this creature, roll a die. On a side showing at least one success, it stands back up and recovers all of its shields. Then the fight begins anew. Oh my god. That's nasty. The fight itself is not too bad. But the little bastard might regenerate. Alright. Well, Ferdinand has to go first. Because otherwise he won't be able to attack it at all. And, wow. Ferdinand stepped up and just devastated this thing. Now, but it comes back. Awesome. Now, I'm guessing, yeah, this must be a new combat. So that means, yes, we are now into the negative time units. Going to do very poorly here. Okay, Ferdinand, again. That time, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he just barely blocks the counterattack. Means it's Edith's turn. He's going to, you know, and Jules is going to use his last to get, yeah. Okay, Jules is done. He helped us out a bit. He can no longer help us anymore. Edith rolls 2. says it. She would cannibalize it, except she's at her full health of 2. Now, ha, it didn't come back up. It stayed down this time. Woof. Wow. So we now have that token, which means we're going to be able to flip this all over. I need to rest a minute. Alright, spend another time unit to move. Our survivors, we get to turn this over. You climb a flight of stairs, raise a half-closed trap door, and find yourself facing the asylum's exterior wall. Behind you, a road leads to a small village where a house bears this sign: The Balto, Bar Tobacco. This place could no doubt teach you more about the local customs, but is this really the time for such things? This is clearly a dead end. Or is it? There's supposed to be a password. I wonder if it has something to do with this. So, well, we lost 2 people in the process to find possibly nothing. But that may actually be super important if it has anything to do with the password. Alright, you know what, we've only got one place that we haven't totally explored yet. We're gonna go look at the catacombs. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a really long episode, so we'll just keep going. So we could just move to catacomb entrance number 17. We don't have to go through all the stuff. We will roll +2 because we're leaving a red location. Oh, come on. It was going to be a 1, but it's cocked. Okay, so 1, 2, plus another 2 because we left a red location. Let's check out the catacombs. Okay, here we are. Now remember this. If we own this token, okay, we will be exploring cards in a different order than during the first run. Resolve. Once the final card B is resolved, take item 18. Okay. So, everybody has to travel together. We're going to do E first. And that is, yep, a fight. Grr, grr, rah. Nice quote. Well, at least it's a more straightforward fight than the others. There's no weird regeneration or automatic health loss. Alright, let us do that. As always, Ferdinand must go first. Otherwise, he won't go at all. Oh, but he took it right out. 1, 2, 3. We get this token. And that goes away. Oh, wait. That took a time point. A time unit to do the fight. Now, we have to spend another time unit to move to. Next, we do D. Oh, we're just going by E, D. Yeah, we're just going from right to left. Okay. Next one. A hybrid creature straight out of a nightmare, apparently carnivorous, blocks your way, having decided to eat you. So we're going to fight versus 5 skulls. Fight it or toss it some meat. Okay. So the meat from the kitchen would have been useful in this case, but how the heck were we to know? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shield tokens, or skull. Yeah, skull shield tokens. Ferdinand. Oh, time unit. Ferdinand takes out 1, 2. Counterattack with 1, 2, 3, 4. He blocks that. Good. Edith rolls her 2 dice. Okay, no, that's... Alright, 1. There's a counterattack of 1, 2, 3. That does get past her 2 defense. She's down to 1. Spend another time unit to attack again. Has to be Edith. Ferdinand is now paralyzed because of shell shock. Okay, Edith takes away 1 more skull. There's no counterattack because she didn't roll a skull. So we're going to spend another unit for her to attack once more. And yes, she's cleared that out. So, time to spend another time unit to move over to C. You reach a door barring the path. The lock seems like it could be picked with a bit of deftness, but if you don't have the patience or the time, a bullet, should you have one, will do the trick. Okay. This is turning out useless because we know under there's just a monster. Oh boy, okay. So I think that means we have to try to figure out what the pentagrams are for. We're going to have to move back to under the kiosk. I'm just not going to bother going to the map, which will take us 2 more time units, and we'll set that up again. Okay, coming back, I realized that we had both of these tokens. The only difference on the A card is there's a different description because some stuff is wide open that wasn't before. We just have an open gate, the closed gate, or the narrow tunnel. So we're here. So we have to follow the instructions of the 5 pentacles. Oh wait, this is a pentacle too, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's move all this other stuff out of the way. We are just trying now to solve a puzzle. Can we see all that? No, we can't. Just a moment. There we go. Okay. If we put these in the order that the symbols were on that photo, it would be that, then that, then the key, and that, and that. 25783. 25783. What are the clues that we have? We have southeast, then clockwise. Yeah, I wonder if these all need to be in the same orientation with the astronomical / astrological symbols. Although they're not on here, so I'm not sure how that would help. There's also something about adding or subtracting a password. Okay, I'm going to have to go away and think about this. Okay, my God, after much thinking and looking up a couple of hints, because I just could not figure out what the heck we were doing. All right, We've lined the pentacles up according to the symbols on the photo we found in the doctor's office. One of the hints on the creepy girl's painting was southeast, then clockwise. I was having a heck of a time figuring out. I was doing like all the southeast letters and then all the next ones clockwise. Then I tried, you know, southeast clockwise, do all of those letters. No, it's southeast on this, R-E, clockwise one on the next, A-D. So it actually ends up spelling read item, and then the pluses and the minus on Creepy Girl's painting. It means 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 minus 3. So it basically says read item 19. If you're reading this, it's because you've just solved the Pentacles riddle after much hair pulling and gnashing of teeth. If this is not the case, you've taken this card by mistake. Put it back immediately. Note that you'll have to be facing the gate under the kiosk to be allowed to read the rest. Well, even though I've got it messed up on the board, that is where we are. If you have fulfilled all the above conditions, turn this card upside down and read the instructions. Yes, there's the solution to the riddle. Allows you to insert the correct code into the gate's lock. A few clicks later, the lock opens without issue, the hinges being apparently well oiled. Now head to location 15 while changing your time captain as normal. Okay, now I'm not actually traveling on the map, so I think I don't need to roll for time units spent moving, because we have just opened a gate and stepped into another room. Oh, there, I'm actually there. The gate leads to a bridge overlooking a long pit from which you hear growls and cries. Oh, we're going to have to do more fighting, are we? After crossing the bridge, you enter a crypt filled with gloomy chanting. A heavy atmosphere rules here. A pentacle is drawn on the floor. The young lady you saw in the day room when you arrived, the one who was painting, oh yeah, there she is. That's Creepy Girl. Sorry, I picked that up from Mystery Science Theater. Stands in the middle of it. She is completely nude and looks up towards you. Yeah, this feels like a sacrifice, doesn't it? On each side of her, a statue of a winged creature faces you like a petrified guard. Take item 30. Okay. Urgent message. If you're in the middle of an emergency protocol, ignore this card. Oh, ignore this card. All right. Never mind. Looks like we could fail in a special way if we weren't already on our third run. Okay. Never mind. So now, well, I'm all for charging in and looking at the kid. I've got my character cards all messed up because I had notes all over the place trying to figure out that puzzle. Yeah, if we have to do some fighting, we may be in trouble. We're probably going to lose 7 time units and respawn everybody. Or should we split up? Okay, Ferdinand, you go look at the girl, and, well, actually, no, thematically it would make more sense if the girl, you know, I don't know. Okay, no, Ferdinand, look, and she is going to, okay, so Edith's going to take a peek at this. The pose, the mane, the wings, everything leads you to believe that this statue is ready to leap on you at any moment. In the space where each eye should be, oh, You see a hollow ready to hold something. If you own the 2 gems, we do. Take item 27. Am I going to be glad I picked that up? Oh. Once the 2 gemstones are placed in the hollows, a halo of light surrounds the 2 statues, accompanied by a buzzing and vibrations. The creature's wings seem to begin moving, then a black point materializes between the 2 sculptures. This point then fades into a cube-shaped object that falls to your feet. On one of its faces, an inscription reads, Temporalis iter occultis. Keep this item for a future adventure because you never know. Okay, that's an interesting little mystery. Okay, in the meantime, Ferdinand rushes over. Oh, the young woman stands nude on one of the pentacle's points. With a gesture of her hand, she invites each of you to take a place on the other point. No. No. Will you follow her instructions? No. We're not going to participate in your scary little demonic ritual here. If not, 2 cases are possible. Okay, we do own that green tile. Green token, so we will reveal this card. The young woman becomes hysterical. You have no right to prevent my release. No, the ritual must take place. As if by magic, she floats off the ground, then dives at you. We are in a fight. Let me just set that up. Okay, for this, what I think is probably the last big battle, we have a new token. This, if it stays in play, and fortunately we can get rid of it first, you lose a life point, period, if it's still there after your attack. That would be in addition to anything that might sneak through on those. Okay. Ferdinand. Right, we're spending a point. I'm going to score so badly on this. Okay, 1. Got rid of that. 2, 3. So at least that won't hit us. We get a counter of 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's nice. It didn't actually hurt him. And during that time unit, Edith will come over and join. So now we have to spend another time unit to attack again, and oh joy, Ferdinand cannot fight. He's paralyzed. His shell shock is kicked in, which means it's all down to Edith. She's gonna roll 2 dice. We only need 2 successes, Edith. Please. 1. But that's okay. It's no counterattack because we didn't roll a skull. So we're going to spend another point while Edith attacks once more. And boom. Taking down Creepy Girl. Fight, then reveal item 10. At least I hope this is the end. Mission successful. Wow. Congratulations, you've reached the end of your tribulations. You foiled the dark plot of Dr. Hyacinth and his acolytes with gusto. Not really. No, we kind of limped through this at the end. I wasted an awful lot of time units looking for more clues when I had everything there. As a result, we've spent so much extra time. The temporal fault has been avoided. Get ready to be transferred. Now read the Mission Successful card. Okay. Cleaned up the board in order to just concentrate on this. Bob greets you as you exit the caissons. Contrary to his usual demeanor, he seems more than satisfied with your performance. Alright guys, not bad. Kept an eye on you during the mission. You made me freak out at one point. You freaked out. But you managed to set things right. I'm pretty happy that my recruits lived up to my expectations. Go calculate your performance so that you'll have something to show off in the cafeteria. This place is this weird combination of absolutely amazing and wondrous and utterly mundane. Take item 28. You score the following points according to the number of runs needed to successfully complete the mission. Well, we were on our third run. Add one mission point for each time unit remaining. Well, that would be none. Deduct one for each below below 0. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that gives us a whopping 3 points. If you stop after having read the mission failed card, total your points normally, but then deduct. Okay. In all cases, note your final score and check your team's credential level. So we got 3. Yeah, fewer than 10 MP slowpokes on potato peeling duty. Yay. Nah, so we could have gotten, yeah, second-rate recruits, second-class agents, first-class agents, or special agents. We weren't even close. Now read item 29. Okay. Beacons. You'll now receive beacons that you can keep from one scenario to the next. It's up to you to use them effectively, and their usage is simple. Break open the beacon, use the effect written on its back, then discard it. Oh, okay, so that'll presumably be included in any future packs. Each beacon can only be used once. The beacons are located under the plastic insert in your game box. Oh, really? I didn't know that. You gain beacons based on your team's credential levels. Slowpokes, 1 pink beacon. You're now ready to attempt at the second mission, 1992, the Marcy case. Well, let's have a look at these beacons and see what options I've got. Okay, yeah, these were under the plastic insert in the box, and I had no idea they were there. So, we get a pink beacon. Not sure entirely what that symbol means. To me it looks like, do we get to like avoid one test, or maybe we can get rid of certain tokens or something? I mean, the others are a lot more obvious. Those not so much. Yeah, there's nothing in the rule book about it, so I assume there will be explanations in any future expansions. So, there we go. It was, I wasted way too many time units looking for clues that I didn't need, because I didn't think I had it all, but I had it all. Still, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of these in the future. This is a fun game. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed watching me flail about wildly, trying to get my way through this, and succeeding in the least possible way. Yeah, thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, and liking the videos on YouTube and Board Game Geek. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time when I start yet another board game playthrough. So long.